Hello and welcome back to another StanCan tutorial. So today is part 5, I believe, of the Felix the Frog how-to tutorials. So in today's video, we're going to learn how to create the head, or I say learn, we're just going to give you a bit of a guide, because surely by this point you have learned how to actually do amigurumi if you've never done it before. So it's not going to be a too in-depth sort of video. We're just going to go over a couple of rows and then I will come back once I've finished it. So we're going to start this off by creating a magic ring. And then into that magic ring, you're going to place 6 double crochets. I'm actually just going to move the pattern a bit more closer so that I don't have to keep on stopping and starting. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can see my ball of wool is getting to the end, so just be careful when you're crocheting because you don't want that to become into a big knot. So just be very delicate with your ball of yarn. Right, so we've got the 6 double crochets, and now we're going to do a round of just increase all the way around, okay? So just 2 double crochet into every stitch around. You should then be left with 6 stitches. And then the next row, we're going to do 1 double crochet increase all the way around. Then the row after that, we're going to do 2 double crochet increase all the way around. And then the 5th row, we're going to be doing 3 double crochet increase all the way around. So it's quite an easy sort of start. It's nothing that you've never done before. So you should be able to just go ahead without any sort of help and do the next couple of rows, because all you're doing is just doing 1 double crochet. So I'm on the 3rd row at the minute, so I'm just doing 1 double crochet into the next stitch and into the stitch after that and increase. And now I'm on round 4. So what I'm going to be doing is going to be doing 2 double crochet, so 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then into the next stitch and increase. So 1 double crochet into the next stitch, another double crochet into the next stitch, and then an increase. Okay, so I'll come back once I have finished round 5 and then show you what you do next. Right, so I have now done my round 5, which is 3 increase. And you can see here, I'm actually at the end of the ball. So what you're going to want to do is throw that ball band away. You're then going to grab your other ball of yarn. I like to grab the middle of the ball. If you just put your fingers into the middle of the ball, you should grab a towel. And that just means that your ball of yarn don't roll all over the floor. But that's just personally me. You're then going to find the end of the towel, or the end of the yarn. So there's the end of that ball. And just keep that to a side for now, because I know I'm going to have to add on that next ball of yarn very soon. Right, so round 6 to 8, we're just going to be doing 1 double crochet all the way around. So let me do my 3 double crochets, and then I'm going to grab my stitch marker and just pop that into the first stitch of the round, just like so. And then work that 1 double crochet all the way around for that round. However, we've come to the end. We physically can't get, well, we could get another double crochet. However, we're left with this tiny little bit, which we don't want. So what you're going to do is you're going to undo that double crochet, leaving a bit of a towel. You're then going to put your hook into your stitch as if you were doing a double crochet. You then yarn over and pull through the first one, leaving 2 loops. But instead of yarning over and pulling through with that towel, you're then going to grab your new ball, yarn over with the new ball, and pull through 2, and then carry on with that yarn that's connected to your ball of yarn. Carry on working a couple more double crochets, And now, if we take our hook out, you can see you've got them two ends there. What I like to do is I like to just give them a little knot, any knot, it doesn't matter, but just to make sure that they never come undone. And look, you can't even see that you have changed yarn. So that is the same for a colour change as well. I just use the same technique when adding on a ball of yarn and colour change. So you're now going to do 3 rounds of double crochets. So what I'm going to go and do, I'm going to go and do that, and then I will be back. Okay, so we are back, and I've done the 3 rounds, and this is sort of what we're looking like at the minute. We're then going to be doing a couple of decrease rounds. So I'm going to explain the next 3 rounds, and then you can go ahead and do them without a little bit more guidance. So what we're doing here is we've started off with every row guidance, and now we're slowly decreasing the guidance, meaning by the end of these tutorials, you should be able to just make one of these without no help. That's sort of my learning and how I teach crochet. So let's explain the next 3 rounds. So round 9, we're going to be doing 3 double crochet decrease all the way around. What that means is we do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, like that. We're going to grab our stitch marker and just pop our stitch marker into that first stitch. We're now going to do a decrease stitch, an invisible decrease stitch, which we've done before, so nothing new. And then you're going to carry that on all the way around. Then round 10 is going to be a nice easy double crochet all the way around. And then round 11 is going to be 2 double crochet decrease, okay? So these next 3 rounds are really easy. It's nothing new, no new techniques. So you should be able to get this done without any help. So I'll see you back once I have finished round 11. Okay, so I'm back and I have finished round 11, and which is the 2 double crochet decrease round. Oh, why is that not staying inside? It's very static for some reason. I don't know why. Right, so here is the head at the moment, and what we need to do now is stuff the head. So I have my bag of toy stuffing. I'm going to just start with a little bit, and how I like to use toy stuffing is just to tear it apart a little bit, and this, all that this does is open it up, because it's been in the bag for a little while. So just opening the stuffing up makes it more fluffy and a bit more movable as well, so that you can get your head looking however you would like. So we're just going to push all that stuffing into the head. So there isn't a certain amount that you need to use. However, all that you've got to do is basically stuff it enough so that it can stay a certain shape. However, don't overstuff it that the holes start coming through, okay? That's my sort of only tip when stuffing the head. So I'm just going to add a little bit more stuffing in here. And then what I'm going to do is show you how to actually shape the head to make it the shape that you need, okay? Right, so all that I'm doing, as you can see, I'm just using my thumbs and pushing it against the wall of the crochet. So this is what we have at the moment, and all that I'm now doing is sort of just like, it's sort of like clay. If anyone's ever used clay before, you want to use your hands to mould the clay. It's very similar with stuff, like when you're stuffing a certain body part. But I think that sort of head shape is quite nice. I think looking at the picture, because that's what you need to do, just keep on looking back at your picture. I think that is very similar. So I'm going to stick with that. We can always shape it again at the end. And if it's understuffed at the minute, don't worry. Finish the next round and then you can stuff it a little bit more. Okay? Right, so round 12, I'm just going to put my hook back on to my work. Round 12 is going to be another decrease round. And this one's, again, nice and easy. It's just a 1 double crochet decrease all the way around, leaving you with 12 stitches. So when it's this small, I don't actually use a stitch marker. I just count in my head. So where are we? We're here. So 4 stitches I've done at the moment. So 4. Then 5. And then a decrease, which is 6. Then a normal, which is 7. Then a decrease, that's 8. So 8. And then 9. And 10. And then 11. And then finally a decrease for 12. So I know at the end of round 12 I have to finish with 12 stitches, and I've just worked 12 stitches. So that's how I know that I'm now finished. You can start to see there's a little bit of room. If you can see, there's more room in the head. That means that it's understuffed at the minute. So what we're going to do is grab our pack of stuffing, take a little bit more out, and again, just use that technique of using your thumb to go round the head and just add a little bit more stuffing. There we go. Right, and now round 13 is going to be your easiest round, and that is just decrease all the way around. So you should end up with 6 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So nice and easy, just decrease in every 2 stitches around. And that is the head done. One more I've got to do. And then we are done with the head of Felix. Okay, so we're done. Now what we need to do is just slip stitch into the next stitch, which is there. Okay, we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1, and then using our scissors, just cut that tail, pull up, and cast off. Leave a little bit of a tail just for sewing, and there is your head done. It should be sort of like an oval shape, so it shouldn't be like a ball. Should be a little bit of like a flattened ball, basically. So that is your head done. Now come back for the next tutorial where we make the little eye sockets.